Imagine being face to face with this apex predator, the great white shark. What's the first word that comes to mind? For many, it's monster, or maybe mindless killing machine. But what if I told you that was all a myth? And despite everything about great whites that you've heard in the media, that they're not mindless killing machines. In fact, I think they're beautiful creatures, and that's why I've dedicated my PhD research to understanding more about their sensory biology. Despite what you heard in the media about sharks being able to smell a drop of blood a mile away, what if I told you that sharks actually have the smallest number of odorant receptors throughout the whole animal kingdom? So small, I could count in one hand. But what exactly are odorant receptors? Well, simply put, they're smell receptors, and they're located in the nose of every animal, and they're so important for navigating through their environment and picking up different cues about their environment. In fact, they're even more important for animals living in the wild. They need them to find food and hunting. So, for some perspective, you and I, we have around 800 of these smell receptors encoded in our DNA. Your pet dog, that's known for having a great sense of smell, has around 1,200 of these receptors in their DNA. And even your pet goldfish, that spends its entire life living out of a tiny fish bowl, has 100 of these receptors encoded in their DNA. So imagine I told you that great whites have only 5 functional smell receptors encoded in their DNA. That is so small. So for my PhD research, I wanted to investigate, do they actually have a really good sense of smell, and what can they smell in their environment? So to do this, I used computational methods. I mined the receptors from their genome, and I modeled them to try and investigate what odorants they can smell in their environment. And my results are fascinating. What I found is that great white sharks can smell fish, decomposing bodies, and also, yes, they can smell blood, but don't worry, they can't smell it from a mile away. So my PhD research highlights that sharks contain a small quality of really good receptors rather than a higher quantity that we see in other animals. And this research is so important because it helps give insights into how we can help protect and conserve these not so mindless killing machines, but rather charismatic creatures that are important for our oceans. Thanks, Finn.